All right, this is part 3 of the Unit 1 Statistics Quiz Review. We're now going to talk about the normal distribution. We're going to do our bell curves. We're going to label everything. We're going to answer a few questions given the mean and the standard deviation. So I'm going to go ahead and label this first. So just know we have the mean in the middle, which is 120. And then we have 1, 2, and this will be my third standard deviation, and then 1, 2, and our third standard deviation, because remember it's 3 standard deviations to both sides. Now going to the right, we're going to add 15, so it becomes 135, 150, and 165. Okay, and going to the left, it's 120 minus 15, which is 105, then 90, then let's see, 75 sounds about right. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put in 34.1, 13.6, this is 2.2, and this is 0.1. And I'm going to do it over here, 13.6, 2.2, and then 0.1. All right, so now I drew it, so now I can answer these 3 questions. Now I'm going to change some things, or they've been changed on your paper. This should read 68.2% of the data. So the range is between 105 and 135. So it's 105 to 135. Okay, that is the range of the middle 68.2%. What percent of the data is greater than 135? So we're talking bigger. So we're going to add 13.6 plus 2.2 plus 0.1 gives us 15.9%. Okay, and then what range of values represents the lower? This should be lower 2.3%. 2.3% of the data, which mean I need to know the range of values that represents this low end, okay? And it's really anywhere from, and you can say 90 and below. Okay, that's fine. It's below 90, just below 90. Okay, is perfectly fine to say. All right, let's go on to the next one. All right, this one, the mean is 64.7, and the standard deviation is 8.2. So I'm going to do 64.7 plus 8.2, and that gives me 72.9. You got to write kind of small. And I'm going to add 8.2 again, and I get 81.1. Just remember there's 3. And I'm going to add 8.2 again, and I get 89.3. 89.3. And then I'm going to go backwards. 64.7 minus 8.2, and you get 56.5. And subtract 8.2 again, and you get 48.3. And we have one more to go. 8.2, and we get 40.1. Okay, now we have our stuff. So let's just remember 34.1, 13.6, 2.2, and 0.1. Okay, so let's just make sure, again, it's over here. 34.1, 13.6, 2.2, 0.1. All right, what range of values represents the middle 95.4%? Okay, that is 2 standard deviations. So that is going, let's see, from 48.3 to 81.1. That's the range. What percent of data is greater than 81.1? And I'm going to add 2.2 and 0.1 to give me 2.3%. What range of values represents the upper 2.3%. This should be a 3. And you're going to say 81.1 and greater. Or above 81.1, I'm going to say 81.1 and greater. So I know it's bigger. Okay, or and above is perfectly fine to say that too. All right, let me keep going. And will let me. All right, find the z-values. Now this is when we use the z-score table. All right, remember the formula. Z equals the data value minus the mean divided by the standard deviation. Okay, so I gave you all the information here. So it's the data point, which is 62.3, minus the mean of 75, divided by the standard deviation of 5.2. All right, so let's see what we got here. 62.3 minus 75 divided by 5.2. Now I need it rounded to the nearest hundredth, so it's negative 2.44. That's the z-score. All right, let's do it again. The z-score equals 91 minus the mean of 85 divided by 3.9. Put it in your calculator. 91 minus 85, enter, divided by 3.9 gives you 1.54. This is very important because you have to get the correct number here in order to do the correct z-score. All right, let's do we have 2 left? We have 2 left. All right. All right, this is where we're going to go look up the number, the percent, because now we're finding the area under the curve. So this is where I'm going to draw a bell. Oops, come on, let me draw. There we go. I'm going to draw a bell. My mean, let me draw a line under here. I'm going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now, what's important here is how you label this. So let's look carefully. This says we're going to do this half first. Z is greater than, because the open of the inequality is open in front of Z, negative 1.15. All right, I'm going to change colors for a minute. So we're going to go negative 1.15. It's just a little bit, so I'm going to draw a dashed line. That's where it is. And greater than it would be all this shaded here. Okay? But now I'm going to do the other one, that Z is less than 0.85. So again, I'm going to take my red color and I'm going to do almost to 1 standard deviation. So I need to know all this in between. Well, wanted to erase. All that in between. Doesn't like me doing that. Let's see if I can do it this way. If it'll be okay with that. Okay, it seems to be okay with that. That means that I need to figure out, let's first figure out this z-score. So 0.85. So I'm going to go to my z-score table and I'm going to go to positive 0.85. So here's 0.8 and then it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 0.8023. Okay, let me go back. So this is 0.8023, which is saying 80.23%. Now I'm going to figure out this one, okay, which is negative 1.15. So let me go back to my z-score table. I need to go to the negatives, and they're up here somewhere. Negative 1.15. So we go to negative 1.1, then we go to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is 0.1251. So this one is 0.1251, which is 12.51%. Okay? If I take away this whole piece from this big piece, what I'll have left is this. So I'm going to do 80.23 minus 12.51 equals, put that in my calculator, so 80.23 minus 12.51 gives me 67.72%. Okay? And that's my answer. All right, and I will probably show you guys in class tomorrow exactly how I got this. All right, let's do the last one, which is problem 50. Same way. I'm going to draw my bell curve. Here we go. So remember, we have our mean goes in the middle, and then we're going to do 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. All right, so we're going to do the first one. I'll do it in green this time. We're going to do this one first. Z is greater than 0.25. That's the first one. So 0.25 is roughly about here, we'll say. You know, this, like I said, these are sketches. This is 0.25. Maybe I'll put it right here, 0.25. Then we're going to do Z is less than 1.47. So somewhere here, greater than 1, less than 2 is 1.47. So I'm looking for this piece right here. So that means I need this number, and I'm going to take away this number, and it's going to leave me what I have here. So let's first look up 1.47. All right, we're going to the positive this time. 1.47, there's 1.4, and then it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so 92.92. So this is 92.92, and these are percents, minus the smaller one of 0.25. Let's go look it up. 0.2, it's way up here. So there's 0.2, and then 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so 59.87. Here we go, 59.87 equals, let's see what we get, 92.92 minus 59.87 gives me 33.05. And that's my answer. Okay, so remember, when you're finding 2, I am finding in between these two pieces. It's a little different than when you're just finding one piece. And remember, your z-score in your z-score table is the number is always to the left of the line drawn. Always to the left of the line drawn. Okay? So if I'm only looking for one of these and it's to the right, then I have to subtract it from 100. So I'll go over this in class tomorrow before you all get started on the review. All right, hopefully you understand this. I think that's the end of it. It is. And here we go.